Hi there, I'm Chris Daws from Estrella Resources. I'm the Managing Director. I've been with the company since 2017, exploring Western Australia's outback for nickel and gold, but we've come now to Timor-Leste. Timor-Leste is a very interesting place. We came here under the international tender process that the Timor-Leste government ran in 2023. Ultimately, we were successful in that and we won 3 key exploration and evaluation licenses in Laos, which is where I am today. Those exploration licenses totaled some 125 square kilometres, and we have added to that landholding. We now own almost 700 square kilometres ourselves and our joint venture partner EOY, which is the national mining company of Timor-Leste. And we partnered with them at an early stage during the tender process to be our partner. That relationship is basically Estrella free carries EOY, their 30% shareholding, to a decision to mine. At a decision to mine, the Timor-Leste National Mining Company can make a decision to either contribute their 30% or convert back to a 2% net smelter royalty. We're currently looking for manganese in Timor-Leste. It seems to be quite prevalent within our tenements. After the tender process and the company was able to get on the ground, we've discovered numerous manganese prospects, which also included manganese external to the tenements that were granted to Estrella and EOY. We went through a process in the last few months for direct grant tenure, and we made a discovery at Samalari, which is rather significant. And when I say significant, the manganese at Samalari is high grade, it's at surface and quite extensive. We're currently running IP, or induced polarisation, out in the field at Samalari, and we're trying to understand whether the IP will see the manganese subsurface. If we're able to see it subsurface and track the manganese that we are actually seeing outcropping, that'll give us direct drill targets to then determine the size and scope of the manganese resources within our tenure. We'll then look to mine planning and planning to get that product into the market. Timor-Leste, where we're situated, is right in the Southeast Asian markets. We're on the doorstep of China. It's very, very well located in terms of closeness to market for seaborne trade. The manganese that we're finding in Timor-Leste will be direct ship ore. It's very high grade, it's low in impurities, very low in iron and other deleterious elements. The grades we're seeing in excess of 40–45%, sometimes even in excess of 50% through laboratory assay, are some of the best manganese grades you'll find anywhere in the world. Because of that, Estrella is starting to take incoming global interest from other parties. We're showing what we have in Timor. That interest has created an opportunity for us to look at how we can partner with some of these global institutions and financiers and hopefully help Estrella develop what will be the very initial mining opportunities or mines within Timor-Leste. We are literally building out the exploration and resource development of Timor as a first mover. That can't be underestimated. The fact that when we first moved into Timor in the last 6–12 months, there was not one diamond drill hole that has ever been drilled for hard rock mineral in the country. That's quite staggering when you think about the amount of exploration that's gone on globally over the last decade. It has partially been due to some of the fighting that we've seen over the decades leading up to the independence of Timor-Leste and the quietening down of those tensions, and then the passing of the mining code in 2021. The passing of the mining code was in 2021 is one of the most recent mining codes that's been passed in legislation in a country anywhere in the world. Timor is a very young country. Our expats and our geologists are able to come over from Western Australia and train the national Timorese in the way we do exploration. And so far, that exploration work over the past 6 months is beginning to bear fruit. We've made a number of high-grade manganese discoveries, but we're also on the lookout for other minerals, copper, gold, chromite, nickel. Timor has all of that potential. So we continue to look for those minerals in the field. We've boosted our exploration teams. We continue to look at how we can improve our exploration techniques. But so far, our geological model in the way that we're targeting manganese has been successful. We've been able to predict where the manganese may be in the field, and we've been able to send our national geologist to those locations, and we've made manganese discoveries. Having a geological model that we can predict where mineralisation may exist and go out into our tenure and then locate it is a really, really big advantage that we have, and we'll continue to do that work. Estrella is able to operate in Timor-Leste very efficiently. It's a low-cost jurisdiction for us. We're able to fly from Darwin into Timor on commercial jet liners. It's only an hour and 10 minutes. In fact, it's only Qantas's shortest international flight. From there, we're able to travel from Dili out into the field, out to our tenure and concession areas on a 2-lane bitumen highway, a couple of hours across the northern coastline. That infrastructure that they've built out over the last decade from their oil and gas revenues is going to help immensely with the exploration work that we're now setting about and doing in Timor-Leste. The future for Estrella in Timor-Leste is significant. We're finding economic minerals that we were going to look to develop for the future. We're here for the long term. We're here for the development of the Timorese mining industry and exploration industry, and we're here for the benefit of our shareholders. I would just like to say thank you for those shareholders that are supporting the company. I look forward to the many more that may join the company in the future. It's an exciting time to be an Estrella Resources shareholder. So stay tuned, stay engaged, go Estrella.